In this lesson, we'll learn how to create links and how to insert pictures into your web page. Links are a critical part of any website. There wouldn't be much point in having a website without them. To insert a link in your page, you need to use the A tag. All link tags must have an attribute of href, which stands for horizontal reference. This tells the browser the address of the page that's being linked to. So I will type href, and then I will follow the format that is used for all attributes, which is an equal sign, and then the value between quotation marks. If I'm linking to a page that's not a part of my own website, I need to be sure to type in the entire web address. So for Google, for instance, I would type http://www.google.com. And I put in quotation marks, and then I can put in the closing caret of the opening link tag. And whenever I have an opening tag, I have to have the closing tag, so I will go ahead and type the \A for the closing link tag. When I use a tag that has an attribute in it, the attribute only needs to be in the opening tag and does not need to be in the closing tag. Now I've created a link. But remember that anything that's within the tags themselves will not actually show up when the page is viewed in a browser. So while technically I have a link, I don't actually have any text that can be clicked on to take me to the Google page. The link text goes between the opening A tag and the closing A tag. So if I type in search Google, this will show up in my browser as blue and underlined, and I can click on it to go to the Google homepage. To link to another page that I've created that's a part of my own website, I essentially do the same thing, except I don't need to type in the entire web address. First, I need to be sure that the pages are all saved into the same folder on my computer, and later I'll need to be sure that they are all in the same folder on the server. Now I can go into my code and enter in that same link tag. So A space href, then I type in the file name of the web page and its extension. Just like when linking to Google, I need to type in text that will be linked and take me to this page, and then the closing A tag to end the link text. When I view my page in a browser, I can click on Search Google to go to the Google homepage, and I can click on my Page 2 link to take me to the second page of my own website. Notice I put a BR tag between the two links to put the second link down on the next line. Inserting an image into a web page is similar to inserting links in that the tag also must have certain attributes and that it refers to another file. The image file needs to be placed either in the same folder as your web page or to a folder that's in the same larger folder as where the web page is saved, so that they're a part of the same directory. The tag for images, whether they're photos or any kind of graphics, is img. I then need to put in the source attribute to tell the browser where to find the image file and what file to use. So I will type src equals and then the file name and its extension in quotation marks. If I have placed my image in a different folder in my larger website folder, I need to tell the browser that by typing in the path to the image. So the folder name, / and then the file name and its extension. Any image that's used in a website should always be edited first to make the file size as small as possible. This will help the page load faster in the browser and prevent someone from having to sit and wait while all the images in the page load, and is particularly important for those with slow internet connections. However, the size of an image can also be controlled within your code, so this can be used as a way to fine-tune the size of the image in your web page. It's possible to specify both the width and the height of an image. However, if you don't know what the dimensions of the image are, if you only specify the width, the height will automatically be resized to the appropriate amount. This will avoid any distortion of your image. So to enter in the width attribute, I will type in width equals, and then in quotation marks, the number in pixels that I want the width of the image to be in the page. One final attribute that I'm going to include in this image tag is the alt attribute. This provides text for the browser to display in case the photo does not show up for some reason, or if someone with a particularly slow internet connection has images turned off, it will provide a description of the photo that would have been there. The order of the attributes within the image tag or any other tag does not matter. The image tag is one of those that self-closes, so instead of putting in a closing image tag, at the very end of the opening tag, before the caret, I put in a slash, just like with the BR tag. Now what if I wanted to use an image as a link? Remember that anything that's between the opening A tag and the closing A tag will be linked. Not only can this be text, but this can also be an image or a picture of some sort. So if I wanted to use this image as the link to my second page, I would simply replace the text which says page 2 with the entire image tag. So this would include the attributes of source, width, and the alt description. I can save my page and view it in a browser to see the results.